Welcome to Wanna Sell. In today's interview, we're very lucky to have with us Bryan Husler from Esterbrook. Today, we'll talk about a new release that has excited all of us. Thank you, Bryan, for joining us.
Hi, Javier. It's great to be here. Thank you to Wanna Sell and all of your team for inviting me today to speak about Esterbrook. We appreciate that very much.
Esterbrook has just released the Gold Rush models, and we must admit that has left us in a rush to see them. The shines and tones are like never seen before. Tell us, Bryan, what makes this new release so special and unique?
Okay, thank you for that. Yes, we're here to make a special announcement. Your followers or viewers may have seen that we introduced the Gold Rush series in two parts. We had a black one, sparkle black with gold in it, and we had a purple, which is absolutely stunning, which is a shimmering purple with also gold. Both were limited productions like most of the Estie seasonals that we have from Esterbrook. But what's exciting about this announcement is that the third edition is a first of its kind. We were actually going to introduce it as a global release, but this one, what we decided to do was just offer it to our export market, which is pretty exciting because the first two parts of the series were really introduced in the United States, and of course some of our partners, Iguana, you had some pieces, but unfortunately we weren't able to deliver quite as many as we wanted. So with the third release, we have plenty of quantities to go for the Spanish market and others, of course. And yeah, we're excited about that. It's a diamond cast material, and we're gonna show it to you here first.
I must say, I've never seen a shine quite like this one before. Tell us more about this product and the materials that you used.
Yes, so the Gold Rush, all three parts are actually made of diamond cast material. Diamond cast is a unique blend of alumilite with shimmers and sparkle, and it's made in the United States, and these colors and blends are exclusive to Esterbrook. So what's unusual about it is that there are specks of diamond that are in the material, and that's why it's called diamond cast. So I have the set here for you to see, and hopefully we can get a look at that on the camera. But we have the purple, then we have the black, and we also have the new green, which we call Frontier Green. And you can see each model has a bit of gold in all of them. So purple with gold, black with gold, and turquoise with gold. And what's nice about it is we offer it in all the different modes. So we have a ballpoint, we have a traditional size fountain pen, we have an oversized, and we also have the rollerball. Yeah, the fountain pens are wonderful. I'm sure you've had an opportunity to write with them, and they're terrific. We offer it in all the different nib sizes. So we have extra fine, fine, medium, broad. We have a stub nib, which is 1.1. And then we even offer custom nibs, but you'll have to check for those on the website.
What an experience, well worth it. We must also mention that it was a very nice surprise to see that the new versions of the packaging. Tell us more about these, we're in love with them. And also, what about this tape? That is so unique and such a nice detail.
Yes, thanks for mentioning that. The packaging is a unique design, and we're excited to introduce this part of it. You know, Esterbrook is an old company, it's an old American brand, but we've had the product for about 2 years when we acquired the brand in 2018, towards the end of 2018. So the original packaging was kind of just a basic box, which is nice. We still use it for our Estie, but as we stepped up our game, so to speak, and introduced some of our higher end models made from diamond cast, we wanted to have something that was a little bit more special and more appropriate for the luxury pen. So what we did was we have the traditional Esterbrook red box with our logo, and the packaging for the sleeve is of course coordinated for the color of the pen. And like you say, we did introduce these special washi tapes, and you see them stacked here next to me. So we have one for each of the colors. We have a purple, we have a green, we have one for the black, and then there's another one which is just a vintage tape. People tend to like the vintage styles. So yes, they're nice. We know that our community is very interested in journaling and writing and being creative, so we thought it'd be fun to introduce some of the washi tapes. We even offered them to some people who weren't buying the pens because we just want to embrace other people who are related to Esterbrook and who appreciate writing and fountain pens.
It is so exciting to see Esterbrook growing and reaching new horizons. Speaking of this, we cannot wait to hear all about the first inks of Esterbrook. Please tell us everything.
Yes, we are absolutely excited to introduce the new inks from Esterbrook. This is a project that we've been working on for over a year now, trying to get the chemistry right. You know, ink is very important to the pen. You don't want to have problems, so there's a lot of testing that's involved. And of course, we wanted to come up with the right color mix. First, I'll tell you a little bit about the packaging. So here's the packaging for our standard Esterbrook brand. It kind of has this vintage motif. You have the vintage off-white cream with our Esterbrook nib. You have the red of Esterbrook that's printed on the box. And that's our regular pen packaging. It says America's Original on the side. We think it's nice and very in tune with who Esterbrook was years ago. So now we're introducing the ink. So now you have both parts of the packaging. Of course, very much on brand. We have our eternity symbol, which is on the top. And I'll show you a bit of the bottle. So this is the bottle. We have eternity symbol on the top, has a nice shape. It's 50 ml, so it's a good size, good amount of ink. And then we're gonna have 6 different basic colors. So there's, I'll list them here. There's a tangerine, there's an evergreen, an ebony, cobalt blue, there's an aqua blue, a scarlet red, and then we have a few shimmers, which are pretty interesting. People who like a little shimmer in their ink. So here, if I fan these out, you can see the different colors that are available. We also did a little test to show how they can be applied to the paper, which is also very nice. But the inks are interesting, and we think they're important to have in a fountain pen brand. We think the quality is fantastic. So they've been thoroughly tested. And of course, there's a hint of shimmer in some of the shimmer inks, which we think are very special as well. Those will just be limited production. So whatever quantities we have, they're kind of like the Gold Rush pens. Once they're sold out, they will no longer be available. So I don't know, I've been hearing nice things about the shimmer lilac. So I guess you'll have to test for yourself.
I'm in love with the tones already, and the fact that Esterbrook has not only come up with this, but also bringing into the game the shimmering inks that present a very similar shine as the fountain pens, amazed.
Yes, well, Esterbrook is a brand that dates back to the mid-1800s. So can you imagine that a fountain pen company that didn't have ink? We think it's necessary in today's world, so we wanted to make sure we introduce it. And of course, with pens that shimmer and shine with gold, we had to have some ink that also shimmer and shine in gold and silver and some other colors. So I think you're gonna enjoy writing with these.
Like we said, it's just so inspiring to see Esterbrook growing and expanding itself, and we love to see it. Is there anything else that Esterbrook holds for us in the near future that we should also be excited about?
Yes, well, our team is working hard on some new products. You're gonna find it from all different categories. We have accessories, we have writing instruments, there's gonna be a new collection of nooks. And when we speak about pens, we have to remember that many of the Esterbrook pens that come out are kind of limited productions. They're introduced seasonally, and once they're sold out, they're essentially gone from the market. So we're always replacing them with new and exciting colors. You may remember that there was an evergreen, a maraschino, a lilac purple. Now all these different Estes are completely sold out. So stay tuned, because there's going to be some exciting colors arriving in the market for the regular Estie and also in the Diamond Cast series, which is a bit more premium. And don't forget about the JR. There's something exciting coming for the JR this June, so you're going to want to keep an eye on that. Follow us on our Instagram account, Esterbrook Official, and keep up with what we're doing.
Thank you so much for being with us today. It is so lovely to speak with you and to hear all of the amazing things that Esterbrook is taking part of.
Thank you, Iguana, and thank you, Javier, for hosting me. I appreciate it very much, and we appreciate all the support that we're getting from the Iguana enthusiasts. So keep an eye out for Esterbrook, and thanks again for hosting me.
Thank you everyone for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this interview. Don't forget that the Gold Rush models are now available, where you will be able to find all these different colors and shines.